I'm Aveline. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So, we are back having fun in Horse Ranch. The Sims 4 Horse Ranch. Today we're building what I kind of want to start a new tradition with you guys. So I've done a Barbie build as well when we got eco lifestyle back in the day. I did a Barbie container build, and today we're doing a Barbie Ranch. So this was I remember getting a message sometime or a comment back in June or something like that from someone asking if I could do a Barbie build, which I think is very relevant right now with the movie coming out and stuff. And it was kind of, when I was building this, I kept getting the trailer as an ad on YouTube because I was, running videos in the background, and I was just like, we're not building this specifically but another build, and I was just like, I need to do a Barbie build. Everyone keeps there are so many signs I need to do a Barbie build, so we're doing that. We might make a tradition out of it with new packs, who knows. Before we get started with the build though, quickly want to say thank you to the EA Creator Network for making this video possible, and also that what you're seeing is that it's not the final software. It might be subject to change because we are building in what I believe is more they call it CFE, but I believe it's I don't really know how to explain it, so I'm not gonna try. I call it alpha. That's what I call it, but it's not that. Anyway, enough, let's get started with the build, shall we? Let's go. So this is built in the same area that yesterday's build was. It's in the lower right area of the map, probably my favorite, or I won't say probably, it is my favorite area of the new world. I think this area is just, it's nice and grassy. It has a good mix of this drier earth that we're dealing with a lot in Chestnut Ridge, but also there's a lot of grass, which I like for landscaping and stuff. I think it's just easier for me. It's what I'm used to, I suppose. It's just what I'm familiar with when it comes to landscaping. So I prefer to build in this area, I would definitely say. A few notes about this build. It is for, technically there's 2 bedrooms. One of them is decorated, the other one is not. There's a bed and there's a couple of wardrobes in there as well, or these open, I don't know what you would call them, but you can have your clothes on display in there, but it's supposed to be more of a guest room than anything. So that's why there's not clutter in there. There's no clothes hanging in those open wardrobes. It's just supposed to be a guest room because this is supposed to be Barbie's Horse Ranch. But that brings me to the second thing that I wanted to point out, that obviously Barbie, the color, the pink color that is associated with Barbie is very much like a hot pink. We're doing a little bit more baby pink today because that is the color that is available to me in the swatches with the new pack. I can't change the swatches when I mean, I could technically, I could make CC, but not when I'm recording early access. So we are making it a little bit more baby pink than hot pink, if you will. But I have the audacity to still call it a Barbie Ranch because it's inspired by Barbie. And you'll see a unicorn as well on the lot at some point, I think. I'm pretty sure that I gave her one in the middle of building because I was like, okay, so I made a household for the world when I started building because you have to do that to make a new save. So her name, I have found out since yesterday, is Brianna McKinnon, and she has a horse that is called Rascal. But Rascal is, what is it, a Shire? She's a Shire horse, I think that's the breed. So I decided to give her an extra one because Rascal is not a unicorn, and I figured a unicorn would be perfect for a Barbie build for some reason. So I'm not really sure why. I don't know what the connection there is, but there's definitely a connection somehow. So she has a unicorn that you'll see at some point. It's a white horse. I put a lot of pink stuff on it as well. So you might be able to spot it a little bit later on, but it took me a while to remember that I should probably give her one that fit a little bit better. I don't know, I also I like Rascal's look. I didn't want to change it, so I don't know. I have a connection with Rascal at this point. We've built so many houses together, so I just want to leave her be. But as for the lot, it is a 30 by 30. It's empty by default. There is the house on it, but there's no one living in there. And I don't think I mentioned this in yesterday's video. Maybe I did. I can't remember, but I got a couple of comments about it over on Twitter, not aimed at me specifically. But regarding the lots, because I did I did a world map with all the lot sizes on it, so I usually do that with EP when we get new EP worlds. But this one has a lot of smaller lots, and I think I might have mentioned it before, but I'm gonna mention it again. So it has a lot of smaller lots, like 30 by 20s, there's like 140 by 30, 150 by 50, and 164 by 64. And then also this 30 by 30, but the rest of the lots are actually 30 by 20s, 20 by 20s, or 20 by 15s. And it did surprise me when I started building. I didn't really notice that much while I was building, because the thing about this world is that you don't necessarily need like a ton of landscaping or like a ton of like extra building around the house that you're building, because there's a lot of there's a lot of free area around the map that you can take your horses on, like you can take them riding and stuff. So I think they've definitely put thought into that when they were designing the world, and that's why some of the lots are very small for like, considering you would want like an actual stable, for example, in the backyard. But I think it still works. I think it's not been an issue for me adding a stable either. You just don't do a lot of like intricate landscaping around the houses. I've definitely tuned it down a little bit. You'll see that on one of the 30 by 20s that I'm doing very soon. I can't remember when. But I've still not decided when to release my builds yet, so we'll see about that. But you'll see it once I start releasing those houses. The landscaping is definitely a little bit smaller than some of the other houses that I've done before, but we also don't need room for pools, for example, because this doesn't feel like a pool kind of world. Like, I don't know. It's more like wildlife, or not necessarily wildlife, but more like open world, open landscape, open trekking and stuff like that. You know, it's more aimed at that. So that's why I feel some of the lots are smaller, but I personally do not mind it, because you can even see here behind the lot, there's like, I don't actually know what you would call that. A range that you can ride on? No, that doesn't sound right. I don't know what to call it. But there's this big area that you can take your horse to and then ride around. I think there's a couple of those things you can jump over as well with the horse that I don't remember what's called either. A lot of new words to me in this pack, to be honest, and I'm not going to remember a lot of them for a little while, but I'll figure them out eventually. It's too late for you to say it now because I'm not going to remember it for the next video. So just want to say, like, and I can't fix the voiceover when the video's up. So whatever you're typing in the comments right now, I will not remember. But yeah, so there's a lot of area around the lots that you can take your horse to and stuff like that. Like, they've definitely focused a little bit on that. I think I saw a comment that was like some of the lots in the like town area of the world should have been bigger than they are, but you really don't notice when you're building on the lots. They look bigger than they actually are because there's a lot of surrounding area that's open. So just want to say, if you've been wondering a little bit about that, it's not really an issue, I don't think. Sure, it would have been nice to have like, well, we have the 50 by 50 and the 64 by 64, although I have zero clue what to do with the 50 by 50. It's a problem. It's on this like open lot that is just, there's no grass, like none. You can't even spot any in that area of the world. It looks very, very dry. And it's so foreign to me, like I have no idea what to do. So I'll figure it out, don't worry. I'll do a little bit of more research than I've already done, but I'll figure it out. It'll take a little while, but we'll do something with it. As for the 64 by 64, I'm generally not super happy about like huge lots, especially now for stuff like, or actually it's better for stuff like this. I prefer these like smaller buildings on one lot than one big mansion. Mansions have not been my thing for a while, so I do have an idea of what I want to do on that lot, and I hope you guys are excited for it, but today we're not building over there. I cannot believe that lot is twice as big as this one. That is a lot. That was not, no pun intended. Anyway. Also just want to say, because yes, I am wearing pink today. That was totally coincidental. I came home, it's very cold outside, and I came home and I was like, I knew I needed to record. I wanted to record a voiceover with cam and stuff today. I want to make this a little bit more like a habit thing on the channel. 'Cause it's, hi, I want to put my face in your face all the time apparently. That sounded weird, but you know what I mean. So I want to make it a little bit more like a thing, but I came home and I was so cold because it's like windy and cold outside. It's the middle of the summer, but it's like 17 degrees Celsius for the Americans out there. Celsius, okay. Outside, which is not very warm for the 20th of July. And it's windy. So I came home and I was freezing. And I was just like, I need something with long sleeves, with that feels fuzzy and warm. I'm gonna get a hoodie. A hoodie? I'm gonna get a hoodie. Anyway, I got myself a hoodie and it just happened to be pink. So I'm running with the Barbie theme as well today and I feel good about it. And yeah, actually I also changed Brianna's outfit for this one. I know we don't really focus a lot on criticism on this channel, but there's actually some pretty charming outfits in the new pack. I think they're quite cute. So she's wearing this little like jumpsuit situation, like short shorts, and it's hot pink and it looks really good. She's got her hot pink cowboy hat on as well. She's got her white cowboy boots. She just looks like she definitely does not take care of her own stables. Like, that's what she looks like, but I can respect it. I gave her the outfit, so of course I can. Otherwise, that would be very stupid of me. So as you can probably tell, I also had to include a little bit of blue. It turns out that not everything in this pack actually comes in pink, but when I could choose the pink option, I definitely went for it most of the time, I want to say. I also think the whole everything being pink is a little bit much. So, but I did most of the time choose the pink swatch. But there's a little bit of blue in there as well. I figured I would rather go with, because a lot of the time I went for a white alternative, but sometimes I also chose a blue one. I think in The Sims, adding too much white in a build makes it look a little bit weird because the whites never really match. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Some of them look more like off-white and some of them look gray and then some of them have like a slight blue tint to them. So just, you know, mixing it up a little bit with some actual blue. So yeah, that is the thing. I know it's not very Barbie-like, but we're managing with what we can, or with what we have. That's what I meant to say. I only had access to base game and Horse Ranch when I was decorating this, so definitely some limitations on everything. I think this build would have looked a little bit, look how cute that arch is, by the way. It's such a cute archway. I had to use it. It looks so random and out of place, but I had to use it. It was just so cute. So, what was I saying? Yeah, I think this build could have done a little bit better, or not done a little bit better, but looked a little bit better, a little bit more authentically Barbie, if you will, if I'd had access to more of the packs, added a few extra pink items, but just making do with what I have. So, you know, I thought for some reason that horse, the ones on the like outer fences there, the one on the very right and the very left, for some reason just reminded me of Barbie on a horse. Like, I don't know what it was, but I was just like, oh, I need to bring them. I need to use some. We're gonna do it. Wouldn't it have been like absolutely magnificent if that piano, the upright piano, which is already magnificent and majestic as it is, wouldn't it have been just a little bit better if it came in a white, or it did come in a white swatch, but I meant if it came in a pink one, I think that would have been so good. I can't remember if we have another upright one that came from Growing Together, but I can't remember the swatches on that one. I think there was like stickers on some of them. And I tried to tone down the rusticness of the build just a little bit, because at some point it became so much that it just didn't really feel like, it felt a little bit too rustic to be Barbie. I think I'm a little bit like rustic Barbie sounds kind of funny. Like, I could see it happening, but I think I'm also slightly influenced by the movie and how that looks right now, because it's so polished. Everything is polished, and that feels like the opposite of rustic. So I just toned it down a little bit. Now it looks a little bit more polished than it was before. I'm still kind of frustrated with those, some of the wallpapers and the floors and stuff, they don't necessarily fully match. There's a thing with the wallpapers as well that I went into in the last video, like some of them don't match. It feels like there was one missing, or 2 missing or something. I don't know what it is. It's a little bit strange, but it is what it is, I suppose. Also, just it's probably fine when you have access to the other packs, but that's also a thing you can't necessarily say because I know that not everyone actually does have access to all the packs. So I'm just lucky to have them, I suppose. So yeah. Also made room for laundry machines, washing machines, laundry stuff. You can definitely fit it over there in the corner. Just move the cabinet out. I think I tried to keep that in mind for one of the other builds as well, but I can't remember which one it was. But it was definitely like adding a laundry room and then realizing, oh wait, I only have access to the base game and Horse Ranch, and I don't have laundry machines. Oops. So that's a thing as well. I think I did that in at least one of the builds, but I can't remember if I did it in more than one. So, but it's something that I kept in mind so that you can always add them if you want to. And again, this won't be up on the gallery until tomorrow. Same with the build yesterday. I can't remember if I'm doing a build tomorrow or something else. We will see. But whatever I'm releasing from tomorrow on will be up on the gallery right away. I just feel weird about releasing stuff on the gallery that nobody actually can fully use yet, so we're just waiting a little bit, but I hope you guys are fine with that. And it's the same with the tray files over on Patreon as well. And of course, if you don't want everything to be pink in this build, you're free to change it up if you want to. I just wanted to have a little bit of fun with it. So I saw some of the pink swatches that I just thought they look so cute, and I've had this like Barbie thing, you know, this like Barbie, yeah, I need to do a Barbie build thing going on. So it was just like, okay, do it. Go ahead, do it. I had to sneeze again. The amount of times I've had to pause this video because I've been coughing, sneezing and stuff, it's fine. I've been out all day and apparently crying now because I have to sneeze. We're gonna ignore it. We're almost at the end of the video as well. So over here in the small backyard that I gave them, maybe, possibly, I don't know. They have this like, I don't actually know if those light bulbs work. I think they do look like they light up when you are, like when it's night, but I don't think they actually emit any light, if that makes sense. Like you can't change them in the color change thing either. They're just, they look like they light up, but they're not actually giving any light. It's a thing in The Sims sometimes with the debug items, and those are debug items. I just thought they looked so cute. They're part of the fence, so I felt like it was just kind of, because I can imagine sitting outside in the middle of the summer with fairy lights all around. Like that sounds like the coziest. Would love that, so I needed to include a little bit of that. But they have a grill area, they have the fire pit as well, and actually used a fair bit of debug items for this, I think. Actually, I don't know, a mix. The car and the horse thing is also, container sounds weird. Horse container, like that doesn't sound right. They're also portable stall. They're also from the debug catalog, but we're at the end of the video. So I hope you guys like this build. If you do, you can download it from tomorrow. I will let you guys know over on the community tab when and where, but as for right now, it's not available. Look at those sheep, they're so cute, adorable, I love them. Anyway, but I hope you all enjoyed this video anyway. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.